What's up, fellow classers? It's Pauline here, and I'm able to bring you the last of the Season 2 Premier playoffs between WHF2 and King Jeffrey for third and fourth place. It was unsanctioned. We just wanted to see, we got together and said, hey, it wasn't on schedule, but would you like to see who would have taken third and fourth place? They were up for it, so we were like, yeah, let's do this. So, it was a fun match. I'm going to put an asterisk around this defeat, although we give complete props to King Jeffrey and great matches, great bases, everything like that. The only reason why I say that is because we had a newer clan member come in, and they had a Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11. I'm not going to cause too much drama, shout out names or anything like that. But after his Town Hall 10 v 11 attack with a 47 or 49% 0-star, was just asked in chat if he had planned it. And to respond, he said he didn't need help with any planning, didn't need us to help him planning, and then took his Town Hall 11 out and bounced with his Town Hall 10 as well. So basically, we swagged 2 Town Hall 11 attacks and a Town Hall 10 attack. Which, who knows, maybe would have failed both of those attacks, but that definitely would have been able to put us at an 84-84 if he would have gotten the 2 dips. So doesn't matter, nothing we can do about it, nothing King Jeffrey could have done about it. It wasn't their fault whatsoever, it was on us. Wish I could have done a PSA for you guys and shout out the name, but I'm trying to keep any drama off. So anyway, we'll get into the attacks and all that kind of good stuff. Let's look at King Jeffrey. I think we've already shown them on the other match that we've played against them. Great clan. There you go, there's their information. And yeah, no drama, but okay. So that's what we were dealing with there. And let's go ahead and go to the text and do a 6-pack shout out for the guys that got their 6-star wars here. The 10 v 11 dips, we were without the other person who will remain unnamed. We're perfect. We got all of our dips. We had 5 Town Hall 11s. One of them did not make any attacks, so of course couldn't get a 6-pack. And then we struggled a little bit at 10 and struggled a little bit at 9, but still some good hits. So let's go ahead and let's get into some of these attacks and look at them. We'll look at number 2 first. We have a lot of new people. We've had a lot of people upgrade from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 10 to Town Hall 11, and so we've got a lot more recruits. You see some newer names here. And what we're going to do is it's going to be a queen walk. I don't even know if we get a queen charge here. The queen dies pretty early coming into the base, but that's all right. Sending some loons up there with a baby dragon to tank, being able to take out that mortar and anything else. It's really just for funneling. Very expensive funneling a baby dragon and 1 or 2 balloons, but that's fine. It's what needs to be done on this base. Dropping a rage in there to push this queen through, and I think we'll drop some wall breakers in just a second, if I'm not mistaken. We've got 9 of them, so I think the intent was to have the queen come in here and take out some of those other buildings like the sweeper and so forth. But let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit. There we go. Well, the queen is going to end up banging on the wall, so maybe no wall breakers were intended there. I think she was supposed to walk all the way down, actually. Yeah, so that's my fault. She walks in, which was not intended, and gets taken out by the Inferno. But those healers are going to help out these giant bowlers and kings so much that they're going to push through a lot of this side of the base there and make it really, really easy for the funneling for the Valks to come in. So it worked out really well. And we've got everything coming in here. Still got bowlers going. The healer is still up. The Lava Hound is doing really no damage to the kill squad. King finally goes down, but now we've got the wall breakers going in there, and they all die, so they don't get a chance to break into that compartment. So we're just going to do a makeshift jump there and jump into that, which they've got so much funneling done on that side that it just makes sense for these Valkyries under rage to come in here and just start taking things out like crazy. They are going to get that hit the giant bomb, but they're going to finally come in there, smart Valks, and get that town hall. They won't get the Eagle artillery, but it really doesn't matter too much, as most of the kill squad is dead. They still have 2 healers up, so those healers got so much value healing that kill squad. We've already got the town hall. We've already got 60%. So right now we're just being a little bit greedy and getting anything we can, but we'll see that this raid is over now that the Eagle Artillery takes out the baby dragon and the healers. So that's all done. So let's move on to the next one, which is going to be a 10 V11 dip. And we'll look at Rin's going and hitting this one with kind of a bowler miner attack or boner attack. It's back now with the miners. It's fantastic. So it's really, really cool stuff. We'll see a king, I'm sorry, a queen. I think, yeah, we're just doing a queen walk. Be with the healers there behind her with Baby Dragon to help with funneling. Then we've got bowlers to do some funneling up top. No wall breakers. We do have a jump though, so I think we might be jumping the queen in at some point. I wasn't able to review this attack. I've got giants coming in to tank. What's behind that giant? Oh, it's a golem. Look at that. So one time that the giant is actually blocking a golem, now it's the other way around. So we've got a golem tanking for a king and bowlers coming in on that side. And here we go with the jump. So they're going to be able to jump in there and get that Inferno Tower queen and whatever else they can get. The warden is thrown down behind the king and queen. Triggering that clan castle is going to make it difficult to get that Inferno Tower because the queen is going to be focused on that lava hound while the king is just kind of doing his own thing. He's got his solo career going, I think, doing a world tour, whatever he can. And will that Inferno Tower go down is the question. We've got the queen finally coming in here. Now, she hasn't used her ability, so that will definitely go down. Still taking the jump and getting more and more of these defenses down to take out the Expo, take out the Archer Tower, and still hasn't had to use her ability yet. I think that will come right now. There we go. And anything she gets right now is pretty much icing on the cake. I mean, look how much of this of this space is left. Very little of this space is left. We sent the miners in there. We've got 2 heals for them. There goes 1 down right around the Inferno Tower. Now, Warden switches to the miners, which is always a good thing. And Queen is still going strong. She's got no ability, but she's got only 1 point defense on her with healers still there. So she is going to get just a ton done, except when she runs into this king. And I think that's it for the Queen there. But we still have miners going under that heal. Now the healers are going to switch to the miners, which is just going to be awesome because there's really nothing left for these miners to get taken out by except for that king. Unfortunately, there is a skelly trap that's going to take out those healers, but the healing was done, so that's all we really needed. And we've got wizards coming on the back end to take out some of those buildings there, but this base is already crushed, so we'll speed things up a lot. Those miners have got to get their way all the way back up to those cannons, but fortunately there's quite a few of them, so that's not going to be any kind of issue. And we got ourselves a 3-star hit. Very nice. Let's look at our 10v10. Let me see if I can find it here. There we go. And we're going to do, I think, mass miners. Yeah, mass miners with a giant and some minions there. Really, really cool attack. I love to see that miners are back, but not to the point where you can just spam miners and collect your 3 stars. So it's, in my opinion, and some of you might have not known that I did go to Town Hall 10. I'm nowhere near up to the point where I can use miners. I don't even have them unlocked yet, and I definitely don't have them at level 3. But I'm not foreseeing it to be an easy 3-star drop, at least in Clan War, maybe on dead bases or badly built bases, to be able to just drop 50 miners down and collect your 3 stars. But we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely not working in Clan Wars. We did that. I think somebody did a mass miner attack and got very high percentage. I think it was like 94%. With total mass miner attack. I think the whole entire army composition was just miners and king and queen. So it was a good attack, very, very close. But again, not being able to just spam, go make some coffee, and then collect your 3 stars. It's not going to be that simple. But it gives a lot more versatility at Town Hall 10. And I think this war we only had 1 Town Hall 10v10, so still not completely balanced to where it needs to be. I'd like to see that 3-star hit rate up to at least 25 to 30%, maybe even around 40-ish%. And that could come when people get used to the newer troops and the newer building style and things like that, so we'll see. But the miners are coming through this base. They still have to take out that Inferno Tower, have about 3 or 4 of the point defenses, and then, yeah, they've just got to dodge this lava hound who's spitting tiny little balls of fire at them. Not really an issue, not really a big problem, and they're gonna aid on that poor archer coming in here and trying to take out that the gold storage. All right, let's go ahead and hit just a couple Town Hall 9s, and then we'll call it a day. Get some new people on the videos. Mac Daddy coming in here with his golem, his Go Hobo, and using a stoned entry with 3 golems here, and I think we've got bowlers in the clan castle, but we'll see what happens here. So we've got tons of wizards already doing their funnel at the bottom 6 o'clock corner, and then dropping the golems. I'm pretty sure this was a fresh hit. I was watching this as it was done, but we've got a Tesla farm that we've got to take care of, and that golem is going to be fried, but we're still going to get all those Teslas taken care of, and I think we're going to get the bomb tower as well. So really good value there. Drop the other golems at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock with the wall breakers behind, and just I think one of the things that was extremely good about this attack is just the funneling. Look at the funneling work that's been done. Normally on a base like this, those bowlers would walk for days and probably take the queen with them, but since it's such a good job funneling with all those wizards, everything is going to go into that core. The bowlers are going to go in, the queen is going to go in, kind of unfortunately because there is a lava hound in there, but she's going to go in there, start taking out that lava hound. We've got tons of kill squads still available. King finally uses the ability and takes out the enemy queen who jumps the wall, and it's really just about cleaning the base out. So we've got hogs coming in the back end at 2 o'clock. We have 2 heals for them, and the queen is still up with her ability. So we've got a lot of leverage and leeway on this attack still yet to come. Just doing a surgical hog, which it's nice to see surgical coming back. I love to see that. If you guys haven't checked out my video of my last 2 Town Hall 9 attacks, go ahead and check that out. I was able to do pretty much a surgical as well. Now it's a lot of spam hogs, and you know that's what the meta calls for. That's what the base building calls for. So it's all good. But you can see the surgical is being very effective here. Only has 2 more point defenses left with that cannon and with the archer tower, and then going to take out this air defense and then the cannon, and we'll speed things up as we've got a wizard and a queen with ability. Not dropping that wizard down, just there we go. You know, waiting a little bit of time for that, but I don't think time was really an issue here. So really good way to end that particular hit. And then we'll go down to number 22 on a cleanup of my base. Again, if you haven't seen my Town Hall 9 attacks, I was able to fresh hit this base. And the cleanup was, I think, identically the same composition and strategy. So, but this is done correctly. So we've got the luring the clan castle there at 6 o'clock. Poison is a little bit misdropped, as well as the baby dragon is targeting the skellies instead of the baby dragon, but it's alright. We dropped 2 wizards down. Everything's in poison and pretty much dead, so dropping 1 wizard would have done just as much and would have been able to save it for another, but the thing is we want to make sure we get that clan castle killed, and that's the most important thing. So we've got a wizard taking up the top mortar, and we've got a king doing some funneling work at 9 o'clock, and the queen is dropped down right behind him. Again, the king is supposed to do funneling and just tank for the wall breakers that are going to come in at 9 o'clock. Uses his ability, and he's going to start walking down. And then we've got the other wall breakers coming in right behind him, just perfectly done. This is exactly how it needs to go. And look at the value on the queen. The queen does not even need to use her ability. She walks out of the range of that archer tower at 10 o'clock, and everything was done. This is exactly what I wanted my queen to do. Now, the problem with this is, then this is where spotters come into place. Spotters need to watch the queen and make sure that she's going to live and everything's okay and when to use the ability. But we are a little off on this. I think there was a little miscommunication. The queen doesn't even have to use her ability here. She's getting so much value. We're sending the La Lune in portion right about now. So that queen is not going to even be targeted by anything. I can watch the queen ability. No need to. You can focus on the lava hound now. Seeing that hit point go down so fast was a trigger and used the ability. But look, just a giant bomb. No reason to use the ability. The queen would have been perfectly fine. She would have been low health, but she would have been perfectly fine with no defenses. Now, the only not sometimes that wouldn't make a difference as this La Lune is going on. But watch what happens here after the queen takes out those skelly traps and those other defenses. She's going to focus back on this enemy queen, on a friendly queen, and look. If she would have had her ability, boom, one pop of the ability, that queen would have been down, and the friendly queen would have been able to walk right into the core and start taking out those the altar and the gold mine and so forth. But look how much value the enemy queen is getting here. She is just cherry picking and sniping every single one of these loons. Just like I think he would have had about 12 to 14 loons left over if that queen didn't pick up like 6 or 8 of them. And he still gets the 3-star, but it's so much closer than it needed to be. Look, it's even saving a couple loons for the cleanup, which is exactly what you want to do. Everything's going well, except we have almost a full health queen or a half health queen in the core that's kind of guarding those last 2 buildings. We've got pups and loons coming up from the bottom. Everything's coming in. We saved an actual haste to push through, and they're not even going to take the queen down. It's just they're just going to go in there and snipe these 2 buildings, and those were the 2 buildings that the queen would have definitely got. So again, still a fantastic attack. It's just brings out to the point of how much a spotter can make, and just go ahead and helping your teammate out when they're doing their raid. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to continue to bring recaps and specials from WHF2 as well as the other clans that I'm in, the feeder clans that I'm in for WHF, as I'm building my Town Hall 10 up. So you'll get some good Town Hall 10 content, get some really great Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 9 content. Everything's gonna be going very, very well. So let me know if there's anything that you guys want to see. I should have my Town Hall 10 kind of beginning upgrades video coming out very soon. So go ahead, like, subscribe if you haven't already, share them with your clan mates. If you guys enjoy this, you know that they will enjoy and benefit as well. Go ahead and continue to practice these attacks, use your friendly challenges to your advantage, get those 6-star clan wars, and practice those 3-star attacks.